Hi queers, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are continuing the Twilight saga with breaking down part 1. Yeah, see, the Twilight saga doesn't make sense. I thought I came at it too heavy and hard on the last video where I was like, I hate that name, I hate that classification. And I was like trying to be nice and trying to be like fair. I still hate it. It's bad. It's bad. Last movie was, I don't know, another fucking battle with Victoria and Riley, who I would say hired, who turned. They applied on LinkedIn. He turned all these newborns and was trying to get them to attack the Cullens because the girl he like. First of all, that's so flimsy. Like, you get turned into a vampire and then like you're in love with a woman you've known maybe a year, and she's like, "Hey, need you to like kill these people." He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it for you." Okay, that was an interesting girl. But yeah, this whole movie is about Bella losing her virginity. Like that's the movie. The entire movie is Bella fretting about having sex for the first time. Major motion picture, big budget. That's what this movie is about. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. I do want to acknowledge that I'm very happy that the series is almost over because it's been an awful time. That's not true. That's not true. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And I'm gonna watch these again in November when it gets gloomy. I simply will be. As I get older, these get less enjoyable as they go on, as they like progress in the series. Because as I'm like, you know, it's just harder to ignore the BS. And it's some BS. And then also like, I want to see how, because I am watching Interview with the Vampire on the channel, I want to see how I sort of react or relate to this now that I've seen sort of like a different modern vampire sort of show that sort of deals with some of the same things as this one. So like being a human and then just suddenly being a vampire, and like how you have to disconnect with friends and family because you're a vampire. I definitely will see this and be like, yikes. I'm trying to remember, do I like this one? Yeah, I guess like in order of how much I like them, it would be Twilight, Break It Down Part 2, Break It Down Part 1, New Moon, and then Eclipse. Or Eclipse and then New Moon, actually. And don't fight me in the comments, but do y'all like this one? And do y'all think the Breaking Down should be in 2 movies? Because personally, and this is no shade, or maybe it is shade, because I just realized I don't actually care. I don't think that movie needed to be 2 movies. I think it could have been 1 movie. I think it could have been done because these were already clocking in at almost 2 hours. It could, like, this could have all just been boiled down into 1 movie. Like, once you see them split into 2, you kind of realize, oh, part 1 is just like her losing her virginity and finding out she's pregnant, and part 2 is like her coming back from being dead and being a vampire, and then like dealing with the Vituri again. For me, that could have been condensed because I didn't need a whole movie where she was like, oh my God, Edward, he's gonna, oh, it's like, I don't, I don't know that I needed that. But I do think some fun stuff still happens in this one. When it gets like this close to the end, I'm not retaining much of these because obviously because damn, I'm beating the fuck out this mic. Because honestly, Twilight's like just gonna be the due north for me. So like the further the movies get away from that, the less I retain my brain. Now I'm just saying shit. I'm just yapping. Just has no point. I also tried this. I didn't try edible this time. I tried a tea, and each can is 100 milligrams, and I didn't measure it. I just took a gulp this time because usually I just take a sip and like, I gulped like a mouthful. So I don't know what that math is, but I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, so let's start breaking down part 1. Woo, ciao. Because if I don't plug these motherfucking headphones in, they die immediately. I should just honestly buy a new pair. Like I'll charge them for like a day, and then halfway through the next day, they'll be dead again. Like, why can't people just manufacture shit that lasts forever? Oh, capitalism. Capitalism is why. Sorry, I almost forgot for a second. Because all I can think about is Twilight. Okay, so let's watch this. Also, like, if you guys want to recommend any other like wild movies that you think that I would enjoy, hey, go ahead,
Childhood is not
request
from
them.
birth to a certain age.
I'm down. But like, YouTube safe, nothing insane, or maybe insane stuff. Whatever, just suggest what you're gonna suggest. He's so dramatic. Girl, she has not actually loved you at any point in the series. But maybe this character really is unaware. Hey. But I'm like, girl, Jacob girl. And then she's very much like, my daughters get married. She's like, she don't give a damn. Let me tell you something about Renee. She is this big motherfucking Mack truck of a baseball player is putting her through her mattress nightly. She don't give a damn about nothing else. And I wouldn't either. I'm out of the gate just being crazy, sorry.
Absolutely not.
Just thinking it's a little much, you know? The dress and the shoes.
I never realized how bad the acting in this is. Whoa.
Where do you want him, boss?
On either side of the aisle.
Literally, growing up, I always had a crush on Emmett. I think he was, to me, the hottest of these vampire boys. You're kind of an awful person, Bella.
I was just checking for cold feet. It's not too late to change your mind.
And also, like, the like Mormon themes, like the kind of like super religious themes in this. It's like they can't have sex until they're married. And then when she has sex, she immediately becomes pregnant with child. It's interesting. Like her thing is like, I want to be a mom immediately. I want to marry you and then be a mom. It's like, oh, all right. Okay.
So for a while, I went off on my own to taste human blood.
So he's like, Bella, I have to tell you something so crazy before you marry me. I gotta tell the truth. I love the flashbacks. Like they're always so interesting to see. Much like an interview with the vampire. Give it a fucking rest. The whole thing is like he's the Dexter of vampires. He's like, I hunted and I've killed before, but they were all villains and they were gonna kill too. And you're like, okay. It's such a cop out. It's like, bitch, you're gonna be married to some people who have once or twice killed humans. They're not like these perfect, woo-woo, I only eat animals, vampires. They probably killed humans. And they're trying to like water it down, being like, they were murderers though. So like, that makes it okay. It's like, no, bitch, give us some real shit.
I know I can do this. Hopefully a year from now, I'm gonna look in the mirror and see someone like you.
This is so dark, but I feel like she's trying to not be alive anymore. Like she's just like, I want to be dead. Like it's almost like this whole thing could be played as like the vampirism of it all could be played as her like trying to commit suicide. Like I feel like that's kind of like what this feels like. And he's constantly like, no, you have to die to like be a vampire. And she's like, I kind of want to die. She's like, that's the vibe. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Is this like a bachelor party? I've never been to one. That's not true. I've been to one, but we went like go-kart racing. Oh my god! And the groom, who's my friend, I've known him since middle school. He hates losing. So like I was like obviously kind of lost, and then like I like crashed into the barrier, like kind of like the barrier's here, right? And I just crashed in like a T. This motherfucker's coming around the corner and T-bones me. And I was like, what the fuck was that about? He goes, well, I mean, you were in the way and I wanted to win. I'm like, so you just hit me? Also, you lapped everybody like twice. You didn't actually need to do that. You could have waited for me to move. He's insane. He hates losing. And he hates when people like bring it up. And we're like, babe, we can't play games with you because I'm about to beat your ass in this game of Scrabble. Like, stop being crazy. Sorry, I'm just not even paying attention at this point. Bella, when you become a vampire, you could and probably will kill people. And those people include your friends and family. Girl, you're just like having to stress you about this now. You're having it, right? I guess at least you're having it.
Those graduation caps.
How creative.
Again, Renee is getting absolutely destroyed by that man. She's not thinking about anything else. Like there's nothing going on. Like the lights are on, but no one's home with this woman, and I'm down.
Your first family heirloom. Pass on to your daughter and your daughter.
Ooh.
No smudging my masterpiece.
Oh, she's right.
She's not a lick of makeup, bitch. Maybe just a hint of eyeshadow. Very plain. But I think that's probably on purpose because this girl's supposed to be plain, right? And she's supposed to not like be into makeup or having friends.
I think Bella's gonna be showing.
Jess, she is not pregnant. Rose gets married at 18.
I mean, Jessica was the only one that was being like, this off, y'all. Like, this is insane. And like, if you're friends with Bella, you're like, of course she's marrying this man. Because she's probably got pregnant by him. Like, this is giving small town nonsense for sure. Like, that part is spot on. But really, honestly, it doesn't even really have to be a small town because that shit happened at my high school too. And I went to school in the middle of the hood. And my other friend who went to school in like Connecticut, that was happening there too. I think it's just life. It's just life. That's just life. That like scenery. She put herself in the movie again. Stephenie Meyer. You better walk your ass down the damn aisle. You didn't fuck up everybody's life for this man. If she's my friend and you're not gonna marry him, you wasted all of her fucking time and this didn't work out. I'm kidding. I would be happy she left this man too, for sure. You know, this song is another song that sticks out from Twilight to me. In addition to like the Eyes on Fire song, like this one is a kind of iconic song, made iconic by the scenes that they were in, just like Supermassive Black Hole. Even though I loved that song before it was in the movie just elevated it for me. I had that album. And I wonder if movies even try to do that anymore. Like, do movies still try to have like songs that are in that like top 40s anymore?
I hope you'll be happy, Bella.
Ooh. Billy.
Eliezer and Carmen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hola. Yes, and these are our cousins from Alaska.
These names.
They invited one. They killed Laurent.
They tried to kill Bella.
Wanted to be like us. To live in peace with humans.
Maybe you got played, baby. Because he was trying to munch and crunch on Miss Bella Kitty Cat the entire time. Oh my God, was that insane. I might actually cut that out.
To my new sister, I hope you've gotten enough sleep these last 18 years, because you won't be getting any more for a while.
That was perfect. That was perfect. Why y'all gonna be y'all?
Jacob. Jacob.
What is this dynamic? It's like they wouldn't be a throuple so bad. Like what? Like this is not a friend.
This is how I'm gonna remember you.
So what, soon I'm gonna be dead to you.
You might as well be, bitch. You're gonna be a vampire. And what do these wolves kill? I'll give you 3 guesses.
It's not like you're gonna have a real honeymoon with him anyway.
It's gonna be as real as anyone else's.
That's a sick joke.
And also for him to be like, he can't have sex with you because he's gonna kill you. You're like, what? Why are you? What the hell's that about?
No, you can't do this.
Oh.
Listen to me, Bella.
Let me go!
Enough, Jacob.
Stay out of this, Sam.
You're not going to start something that we'll have to finish.
She'll die.
It's not our concern anymore.
Like she wasn't your concern for about 4 movies, Jacob. Like, let's just fucking cut the shit. Like, how many more times she gotta tell you she don't want you, she don't like you, she gonna be a dead vampire? When you gonna get over that? It's past the threshold of being sad, I think.
I love you, Dad. Forever.
I love you too, Bill. You always have, always will.
It's always written well. It's cute. It's acted well. I think Kristen Stewart is like, okay, this scene I can get my head around. Like this sort of like whole wedding scene didn't even feel like a Twilight movie. Like it didn't. And that's crazy. I will say, like, when you're with a vampire man, I'm sure you don't feel afraid of anything. Like, you're like, oh, I could go to any country, hang out, not feel in danger ever. That would be kind of cunt. Oh, so this is like a horny. Oh, he took her there because it's horny. Okay. Gorgeous place, though. Like, are you kidding me? I would have sex in every one of those rooms. And the way this is lit and staged, it's like, here it is. You've married the perfect man. Now, time to make good on your vows. So this is when you would have to douche, then shower. Oh, oop. I might be thinking of the wrong. Oh, my bad. Like, if you're allowed to, for the moment, not pay attention to the vampire of it all and just see this as a girl who's like married this man and has to pony up on her wedding night, but treating it like a zany kind of thing. It's very interesting. Yeah, Bill, this is the man you married. Like, at this point, if you're still like nervous to be naked around him, that's a conversation, at least, at the very least. The first time I saw this, I thought there would be more to this scene than just feathers and kind of like the sex hair. Like, it's so corny. Like, I want her to be thrown under the bed or something, you know, something crazy. You know what I mean? Your love is my turning page. And she's like, oh, I'm different. I had sex. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a weird sort of like putting a interesting importance on losing your virginity. It's a very, yeah, very interesting. And like, whatever, if you want to put special importance on it, that's fine. It's your prerogative. Great. Love that. But like, as a concept, I feel like it's something that the majority of us do. It just feels like putting an interesting, intense sort of framework around it seems like a waste of framework. Girl, talk to me when you have 2 black eyes, a broken nose, a ruptured spleen, and a dislocated shoulder, and a sprained ankle. And until then, it's like, in the whole sort of like narrative, they're like, sex is hurtful unless it's for a baby. Like, unless you're having sex to make a baby, it's dangerous and it can hurt you. It's like,
I know it's not the same for you, but for a human, I can't imagine that it gets any better than that.
I'm not going to touch that one. I'm not going to touch that one. It's fine. I'll let it go. I would be so annoyed that this motherfucker is in my pack and like I can hear your thoughts all the time.
Well, he's either gonna kill her or change her. And the treaty says.
I say, Jacob. I say.
Like, chill out.
You know, if you wanted things different, you should have become alpha.
Turning it down seemed like a good idea at the time.
And we couldn't have gotten a scene of this to give us some more Jacob stuff.
I mean, being any kind of happy is better than being miserable about someone you can't have.
Yeah, like Jacob, maybe don't complain to Leah. Maybe she's not the one that you commiserate with because her life, she wins in the my life is horrible department. Oh my God, the cravings.
Bella?
Don't come in here.
Not the Tampax sponsor.
I'm late. My period's late.
Yo, the music. This whole movie is about her having sex, becoming pregnant. Okay.
Whoa.
She's like, oh, it's kicking.
I don't know, I'm a little worried. Can vampires go into shock? I think that I'm pregnant. Carlisle, I swear, something just moved inside me.
Like, this is crazy. She's like, oh. Like, it feels like I would be freaking out. Like, what the fuck am I gonna give birth to? Also, is this thing gonna eat its way out of me? Jeez, or am I gonna have to like drink human blood to like feed this thing?
People have legends. She might have seen this before. Por favor. Me chega como ajudá-la. Diz como ela poderá sobreviver a isso.
Morte.
You know what's so funny? This woman was not wrong. Like, she called it.
Carlisle will get that thing out.
And just the sort of like framing of like she's gonna die for her baby. It's just like, it's so pro-life. It's kind of crazy. Like, it's very pro-birth, isn't it? And what's so crazy is that, so I watched the 50 Shades of Grey series with my friends kind of earlier last year. Or actually no, toward the end of last year. And like, this is like fully 50 Shades darker or whatever, or 50 Shades, I forget which one, but the vibe that she's pregnant, but he doesn't want the baby. Like, Elaine Harris, whatever the author of 50 Shades, like, she literally copied and pasted and made so much money. Like, talk shit all you want, but like, Stephenie Meyer and that lady E. James, whatever her name is, she's laughing at us in her huge mansion.
Hello, Jacob. How are you? Listen, just give it to me straight.
Give it to me straight, Doc. Oh. Hey, Billy, you look well rested.
So you gonna tell me what's wrong with you?
Oh. What's going on, Bella? Big lunch?
And I can't see Bella's future anymore.
We've been researching legends, but there isn't much to go on.
I wonder if she's also just shielding or whatever. Maybe she is shielding because she thinks everybody wants to hurt her baby.
Baby. It's just a little baby.
This pro-life ass movie.
Jacob, I need to talk to you.
He's doing it out of a gross, weird love obligation, but he's like, hey, that's gonna kill her though, probably, right? Let's do something about that. And again, she's ushering herself into danger, being like, oh, see, now I get to transform not in a controlled environment, but one where I may be at the brink of death because I want to be like you. And they're like, all right, girl.
If she dies, you get what you always wanted, to kill me.
It's like, if she dies, then we get to what we always wanted, which is to move on.
I can see what that thing's doing to you. It's a killer, Bella.
You're wrong.
They're all been like, hey, bitch, you're gonna die. We gotta do something about this. She's like, but like, the baby. And they're like, what? You're not gonna be alive to enjoy your baby, bitch. You're gonna be dead. But then she's like, well, he can turn me into a vampire, right? Like, she's just kind of tormenting everybody involved. But what's new, right? This wolf shit is so cool. It's just not handled well. It's so annoying. I always love the wolf scene. It's just like shot really. It's like fun.
Don't worry. I'm not following us. What do you think you're doing here?
I left Sam's pack.
Go home, Seth.
I won't stand behind him.
Oh, yes, you will. If Sam comes after Bella, are you really ready to fight your own brothers?
That's the right thing to do.
So he's always been a good actor. So he's always been just earnest. He's good. I need to see him more stuff. Boo Boo Stewart, he needs to be in more stuff. He's good.
How cool is this? A two-man pack.
This as its own movie is interesting.
They're coming for Bella.
I'm not gonna touch her.
Agreed.
The Wolf Vampire Alliance over Bella is crazy.
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm not gonna let my little brother get himself killed. Go away, Leah. I can take care of myself. That you think so proves you need a babysitter.
So how do these other wolves get out of the pack? Like, did they leave and just did it sever the ties, or like what's that about? Somebody let me know in the comments.
He's got the place surrounded and he'll wait for his opportunity.
We won't get through without a fight.
No fights. The treaty is void. At least in Sam's mind.
Not in ours.
No one's hunted for weeks.
We'll make do.
These fuckers are always chewing on squirrels and raccoons, and they just always have to fight for Bella. Also, that brings up a question. If they're chewing on, I don't know, various wildlife, how are they always strong enough to fight these battles? Because they've gone up against like newborns and like ancient vampires who drink blood, like human blood, and they've like won. It just feels like that power mismatch is mismatching. So that's crazy.
Being unwanted isn't exactly a new thing for me. I'll stay out of your way. I'll do whatever you want, except go back to Sam's pack and be the pathetic ex-girlfriend he can't get away from.
But you're just following another man, babe. I'm so sorry.
I wish I could imprint on someone. Anyone.
Just to break the connection.
Yeah, Jacob, be less of a dick to her, because her life was horrible. And this is kind of her way out.
I'm gonna do a perimeter run. You got my flank?
Like, come on. Let's just show a little bit of emotional maturity.
The fetus isn't compatible with your body.
I think we know that, babe. Like, is that your professional opinion? Like, what?
There are some conditions that even Venom can overcome.
I have a question, but forgive me if it's been answered, because when it gets down to these movies, I don't, for some reason, this movie, I don't retain in my brain. I don't know what it is, but like every time I watch it, it's like, oh yeah, I guess that did happen. Like I'm not, but like, would they be able to just turn her and she could have the baby, or would the baby die inside of it? Like, what would that be? Like, is that an option?
You have to accept what is.
Because you've given me no choice! You've decided to leave me.
Don't see it that way.
Well, I have no other way to see it.
Whoa. No, but don't see reality. Be delusional with me in this bed, wasting away.
I can only see the fetus, baby. Maybe I could figure out what it wants.
I think you might be right. Jacob just had an idea.
Ew, I don't like that. Let me speak.
He's thirsty.
95 vampires in his house and nobody ever thought it. That would have been the first thing I thought of.
You're gonna make her drink that?
Only if you're comfortable with it.
You know what? I'd be force feeding her ass this motherfucking blood. You got me fucked up. Only if you're comfortable with it, girl.
Tastes good.
And I guess Jasper just can't live there, right? During this time.
You coming home, Jake?
I want Sam to take back Leah and Seth.
What? No way.
Quiet. And I want this over. Sam to wait until Bella's been separated from the problem.
You mean till she's dead?
Ease up, Paul.
Yeah, girl, chill out. Like, I need for Bella not to be a part of it. Oh, well, she's dead and gone and dead as hell. And he's like, all right, yeah, that's what he means.
You played us!
Very easily, too.
I was trying to talk Bella out of her baby names.
If it's a boy, EJ. Edward Jacob.
Why don't you tell him the girl's name?
Renesmee.
Name the girl Dookie Poo Poo. Because what are we talking about? Shitty Booty Flagrante Jenkins. Because Renesmee? Oh, not this bitch doing a motherfucking Macarena. Back toe the fuck up. Knees cracked, bitch. That bitch went down like a slinky. That was crazy.
Let the morphine spray.
He's like, we just gave her morphine. Could you chill out? Oh. Not her going through the most agonizing pain in her life and didn't have to. Stephenie Meyer made this girl go through the worst childbirth in the history of childbirths. Just to pull out this 3-year-old baby, by the way. This baby old as hell.
Bella? Bella?
I promise I'm okay. Let me.
She's like, it's a baby now. I want it. You do what your dead girlfriend. Go over there with the dead bitch. I got the baby.
It's my venom.
Also, one of my friends had said that like his semen is venom too. But you have that baby whose name is Diarrhea McGee or whatever she fucking named her.
Back to me, please, baby. Bella, please.
It's like gravity. Be anything she needs.
And it's just a two-way street. Like, what's the vibe? It's like, does that work both ways? Also, clock how they said a protector, a brother, or like, because they don't want to make it weird. It's still weird though. The grown man going to eventually become romantic with someone who is currently a baby. That's crazy. Period.
Stop! It's over!
Jacob imprinted. It can't hurt her. Whoever a wolf imprints on can't be harmed.
What other laws are there? Are there any that fucking make sense or like actually matter? Or this triumphant moment happening because he imprinted on the baby is crazy.
Maybe I was too late.
No, Edward. Listen to her heart.
Insanity. This movie's insane. Also, how is her heart beat? I'll let it go. The venom of it all is never explained. As a substance, what is it? What are its limits? Can it be used to help humans? Or is it only going to turn humans? Did she not already die though? Whatever. Whatever. It's a very horror movie how this movie ends, by the way. Because it is a scary thought. This woman gets to be the terrible person she's always been, but just as a vampire. Spooky. Yeah, this one, I don't care for. I always forget it as soon as I'm done watching it. I think that's my brain's sort of like trauma response. That's my brain trying to save me, and I'm so fortunate for it. But yeah, I mean, Jacob's still being annoying, and I don't know, Bella's still horrible. What's new? You know, this one, like if I had to, like I would love for this movie to just be one that somebody recites from memory, so I don't have to watch it in the lineup. Is that too mean? No. I that's what I want this movie to be. Maybe because I'm like just coming off of Interview with the Vampire, I'm just like holding this to a crazy high standard. Or y'all let me know. But I think this one was like worse than most of them. Like this one's like not, it doesn't really get good until like the last like 20-30 minutes. Like we have to watch it be like, oh, he's gonna bang me. Oh, it's like a girl. I don't know. This was not my favorite. It kind of like, when you're done watching it, you like, okay. Because like, you know what it is? I'm not down for, oh, there's a mid-credit.
Oh, it's from Carlisle, which is spelt with an S. Sweet Bianca. He's added a new member to his coven. Ah, increasing his power.
The dispute with the Cullens is over.
Over? Goodness, no. Our dispute goes far beyond the fate of a mere human.
And what might it be?
Why, brother, I thought you understood. They have something I want.
Yeah, they're all their power. Whoa, this song being in this movie is crazy. Do we ever talk about the Vaturi and like their power and like the history of it? Like that would be something that a show that I would watch. It's interesting. It's like, how old are they? Do they have any abilities? Like what's their vibe? Like what's the hierarchy? Like what's going on? But we ain't never go get that. Ooh, girl. This took a lot out of me. But yeah, I think what I might do is honestly watch part 2 before I get back into Interview with the Vampire, because I want to get these out of the way. Because at this point in the series, it's like, you know, Twilight's the only one that's worth a damn, unfortunately. But yeah, let me work to get this out to y'all quickly. Unedited, uncensored versions of this will be on Patreon. So if you're watching this on Patreon, thank you. Watching this on YouTube, go up on down to the Patreon. We're having fun over there. And I'm not cutting this within the inch of his life on Patreon. Link in my bio. But yeah, let me know what other things you'd like me to watch. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.